Hey tubes, let me show you what we're going to work on today. I already taken the steering wheel out of this thing because I didn't like the way it had slop and stuff like that. I had to check it out. So got the steering wheel out, got the linkage out, but now I got to take that steering box out there. That's where it has a major problem. So we crawl under there and disconnect the ball joint. Alright, it's a little dark down here, so I don't know how much you're going to see. Alright, I just seen it move. Alright, let's disconnect that. Alright, looks like there's only 3 bolts. I loosened this one up. I didn't want to take it out because there's only, I think there's only 3 bolts in there. I'm going to here. It's pretty dark, but I don't know if you can see that. I got the light on the other side of the frame. But there's a bolt right here and another one right here. I'm going to take these 2 out, and that one up top that's loosened, that thing should come right out. Alright, I moved my light here. Not worse than a dark video where you can't see anything, right? So here are the 2 bolts here. I want to take this one out and this one out. Look like 5/8. Alright, let's get them out. Alright, here's the steering column. I took that out. The steering column itself is actually in pretty good shape. It's probably out of a late 70s pickup truck or something, but that doesn't matter. And the bearing here is good. Everything is good. Everything is tight. But it does have a few issues. It was created. The issues were actually created by somebody. Like this hole in the end here. I think there's supposed to be a hole there, but it's only supposed to be about 5/16, and that's actually 7/16. Here's the bolt that was in there, and you can see it's really a sloppy fit. And down here, the shaft, they call this a double D. Let me get a light. I got a light here. You see that? They call it a double D. And that shaft is actually in really good shape. You know, it's not out of shape at all. But let me move this thing down and show you the shaft that was in there. Right, here's the shaft that was in here. And the U-joints on it itself are actually good. They're perfect. So there's no play at all in them U-joints there. But let me stick this in here. You see now, here's one problem here. Let me see if that'll focus. Like I said, that's supposed to be a double D shape. And it's really out of whack. It's not even close to being a D shape anymore. But anyway, this goes in here like this. It's tough doing left-handed. Looks like they even put a little piece of weld on there. Tried to tack it on there. See that little thing sticking out? But anyway, this was in here. And then they had this sloppy bolt in there, and this is where all the play was at, you know. So that's why when I decided to take it out and look at it. But that's not half the problem. Let me give you a close-up of this shaft again. There is supposed to be a hole. I think it's supposed to be a 5/16, and that's bigger than 7/16. It doesn't sound like much, but when you look at the shaft, it's actually almost cutting completely through the top. There's no meat at all there. You know, so that's one bump away from snapping. So let me show you the other end. This other end's gonna blow your mind. All right, this is what the other shaft connects up to. This shaft right here. And this shaft right here. There's spline, I don't know if you see that, but there's actually 36 splines there. And if you look inside here, you can't really see it. I don't know if I can get a light to show you and hold that up, but I'll try. Alright, I got a light. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the splines are almost completely gone. You know, so they're gone so much that they're not doing anything. Matter of fact, you could actually put this on there and turn. Anyway, yeah, it'll actually slip on them splines. But check this out. This isn't supposed to have any holes in it. Where you at? Let me show you. Let me try and turn this. Alright, and someone actually drilled a hole in that. There we go. And it's actually eating its way through the side. Let me see if I can show you without messing up the focus on this. Here you go, you see it? It's actually eating through the side there. So in a way, I'm really glad that I bought this car now, because if some poor schlub with two left hands didn't know how to work on anything got this car, he might have taken his wife out for a ride and hit a pothole and snapped this shaft and killed both of them. So it's not as bad as it looks money wise, you know. I mean, I'm probably getting out of this for probably under 200 bucks, which is fine, with a new box. And I'm just going to replace the ends on these U-joints. So it's money wise, it's not bad at all. But just the thought of you know, somebody might have gotten killed, you know, it's that bad. But I already ordered a box, and I'm going to go in now and order the ends. So we're okay. But you know, I'm glad I decided to check it out. You know, I'm going to have to check every single weld and nut and bolt on this whole car now. Alright, enough of this. Alright, here's what I've been doing for the last 3-4 hours. Remember that windshield motor that used to be in the corner here? You know, right down by your feet? I was able to move that and move it up, high up under the dash. Boy, what a job that was. Because I had to take the whole motor assembly apart and make a bracket for it, and then take the motors out up here. It wasn't fun, but I think I'll be able to hide it and give Road Queen some leg room. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to scrape this. You see all this yellow shit on the bulkheads? I think it's liquid nail or something, and that's what they were holding this bubble wrap on, or this sound dampening, whatever they got up here, this silver stuff, and clean that up so I can put down a fat mat. I don't know, a lot of you guys, you know, there's different names for this stuff, Dynamat and Fat Mat, and different companies, and everybody says this one is better than the other, but I went with this stuff. All it is it's rubber, you know, with a sticky back. You need real thin rubber. I think 0.60 or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to put that on the floors. But for right now, Mike is still working in here, but I'm going to start the firewall and the side walls there, and maybe the back wall. But like I said, I got to clean all that liquid nail up first, and wash down the bulkheads here with some kind of thinner or mineral spirits or something. I don't know what they recommend, but we're going to do that. So, sent me a sticker too. Bad Matt. Alright, let me get to going and doing that. Probably be a lot easier with the steering wheel out. Okay. Alright, I scraped all that liquid nail off. You see it all down there, all them crumbs. And when I finish that, before I can clean the bulkhead and everything like that, I wound up tying up a bunch of wires with wire ties. Sent them across there, so you know, these hooked to the steering column and stuff, and a light dimmer. But the wires cleaned up nice. There are maybe about 5 wires here. I gotta wait for Mike to help me trace them and figure where they go. A lot of them go down into the starter and the ignition and stuff like that. And then that one wire I got hanging out the window there, that goes to the heater. So we got it pretty much under control. Yeah, that was a nightmare, all that wiring, but thanks to Mike, we're able to handle it. So alright, I guess the next thing we do is going to wash down the bulkheads and firewall and put the fat mat on. Alright. I got about half of that fat mat down. It was laying down the flat stuff ain't too bad, but going around all the nooks and crannies is pretty tough. Pain in the ass, but wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was reading about that fat mat, and a lot of guys complained it wasn't sticking, wasn't doing that, but if you read the directions, you know, it says clean all surfaces with a solvent-based cleaner, and make sure that the mat is at room temperature. And I did that and didn't have any trouble. You know, the mat stuck really good. So I corralled a few more of them wires. There's only about 2 or 3 of them that we have to do anything with, and the rest of them just get connected to the dashboard and stuff. But it's coming along nice. Like I say, we got it half done. Now I just got to finish the rest of it here. It's a good thing I took the steering wheel out, make it a lot easier. So, alright, let's finish up. Alright, we're all done putting the fat mat in. Got it all up under the dash, on the sides, the bulkheads, even the floor. I didn't do the back yet. I still have to do a little reinforcing there under the window, that piece of lumber. But for the most part, it's done. And like I said before, the wiring, Mike got a lot of it done, and the Little Racer did most of the trunk and underneath, and little dirt bike. He was bouncing back and forth and helping Mike, helping Little Racer. So between the 3 of them, you know, they put in quite a few hours. And this floor took me about 4 hours. You know, you wouldn't think it would take that long, but a lot of nooks and crannies and cutting and stuff like that. But anyway, we're making progress, and the guys should be over tomorrow night. But let me show you what they ripped out. Most of them. All this wire in here was all ripped out. You know, some of it we labeled in case we had to use it. The trunk latch is the trunk switch and stuff like that. Didn't need that. Some kind of indicator light, but didn't know where it went to. Relays and fuses. I still might need that. But the guy had trailer wire here going from front to back, and all kinds of bad connections. So like I say, they like this, something like this with some kind of connection like that. You know, I don't want that on a car. So put a lot of time in, and everybody says, you know, you should just replace the whole wiring box, but you know, that's a painless box, and they just didn't have anything tied together, and they spliced a lot of stuff. You know, and if something was spliced, we soldered it together and put a shrink tube on it and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. But anyway, that should be it for this video. And then I don't know. I guess next we'll go. We'll deal with the interior, or maybe the steering box. Let me see what I got here. Got a brand new chrome steering box to put in there. So still got a lot of work, but I think we'll be done in a few weeks. Alright, enough of this.